What if I told you right now, there's a huge storm coming in your life, a big change that it could. Most people should change everything they know. They miss the signs and brush them off. Get rid of them and live your life as if nothing happened. Is going on. But if you're watching, this video already makes you feel something is ready for change and will make it happen. Be big before we start, if you want to. Find your life's secret patterns and look at what other people can't hit. Press the button and subscribe, because today we're discovering the 8 clear signs that something big is about to happen. So if you've been eager to, this is not the same as the world wants to tell you something. Pay attention until the end, because these signs wake you up. Call someone you have a strong connection with. Are you restless? Have you ever woken up one day and everything seemed to be against you? The suddenly didn't make sense any longer. The job you worked so hard for before makes no sense to the people you once liked spending time with. All of a sudden seem far away, as if you don't fit in the same area as them. Your routine, something that used to give you. Being stable now feels like a trap. Feelings that make you feel uneasy. An itch that you can't get rid of, and strong feeling that you are meant to be for more, but just can't. Figure out what this isn't. Just being bored isn't just making you lose not interested. This is a lot bigger. This is your soul turning down the life you're no longer interested in. It's a sign from the stars. A word from your better self is telling you that the world you've been living in doesn't mean anything anymore. This is the first and most important thing for you. Important sign that a big change is coming to take place. It will only hurt you if you don't listen to it. Grows louder at first. It's hard to understand. You might ask yourself, why do I all of a sudden feel this way? Is something. There's nothing wrong with me, but the truth is, what's wrong with you, everything is right. For you, your spirit knows when it's time. So that you can change before your thinking does. That's why you're in a bad mood. The things that used to make you feel better now feel pain eating. And here's the if you don't pay attention to this. If you're restless, life will start pushing you to change. You'll have some unexpected losses, sudden mistakes, things falling apart right in front of you, not because life isn't fair, but because it forces you escape a book you were never meant to read. Space won't let you stay there. Stay stuck when there's something better. If someone calls you forward, you might start feeling really angry at yourself. You know that you can do more, but that's because you don't know where to start. When fear creeps in because of the not knowing, the fear of leaving behind the comfort of what you know, but here's what you need to know about being restless is a gift. It shows that your future is bigger than the present. In fact, it's just the first crack in the wall. That keeps you from living the way you were meant to live, so don't fight. Don't dull it or drown it out with avoid distractions, and enjoy it, because this, not to break you, but to make you stronger. Here to set you free, too. You're losing. Did you ever notice how quickly people move? That whenever you feel like it, moving people around in your life, start around you friends you used to trust leaving. Stop calling people all of a sudden you thought would be there for you. Always start to act far away. And some leave without telling. Some slowly go away until one day. At first, you only know they're gone. It feels like being turned down or left behind. You ask yourself, what did I do wrong? Think about talks over and over, looking for an answer or a reason, but the truth is that this isn't not to hurt you, but to get you ready. When a big event is about to happen, the world starts to clear out your life, the path it takes away, distractions, bad things, and most importantly, people who don't fit with your plans for the future. Everyone should go where you're going. Some people are meant to be going a part of a certain chapter in your story, and when that chapter stops, so do they. This is the most important part of your life. It's hard for people to hold on, but they do. They go after people who have already. They try to bring the dead back to life, making friends to fix relationships that being split up. But what they don't understand that holding on to the wrong. Some people can put off your fate, and here's how. When things get really bad, some people will lie to you. Right before you're breaking through, you'll see other sides of them. You didn't think they'd suddenly become envious, unhelpful, or even mean, because they can feel it deep down your growth before you even do, and instead of being happy about it, they feel feared by it. They know that the person they used to be comfortable with is going away, and they can't deal with the fact that they won't be as important to you not anymore. But here's what I learned. People isn't a penalty. It's a filter. It's how the world checks to see if that only the right people are left when imagine carrying a dead body around with you. Putting on weight while climbing a mountain. That's what it's like to drag. Bringing people with you who aren't meant to be there makes some friends on the next level, and you can only keep a friendship going if you stay. The same as you change or grow, start those connections going in a different way to crack, which is fine because real links, real bonds, real love. They will always change with you, so if people are leaving you right now, don't be calm, don't chase, and don't beg for why not trust the process instead of giving reasons. The people who are meant to be with you will stay. The ones who leave they were never a part of where you want to end up. Let them go. Because big things are about to happen. The world makes sure you having the right people with you. When it does, 3 strange synchronicities happen to you. Ever feel like the universe wants to tell you something? You look at the time and see 11:11 or 3:33. You hear every other word in a conversation, and then that word keeps coming up all of a sudden everywhere. On TV, in a book, when a stranger talks to you, you think of an old friend, and right away they call. At first, it looks like a coincidence to you. You know it's not real, though. There's something bigger going on, something logically possible for your mind to understand. Let them know this is called alignment, and it's one of the strongest signs that they aren't changing your life, but they are chance events that are signals, the God, the world, your higher self, you trust, is trying to get your pay attention. It's lining up the event numbers, messages, and people in a way that only those who are really awake can notice. The more you start to see, the more closely you are to these synchronicities, to a big step forward. But here's where it gets really bad. The stronger that your life is about to change, at first, these signs get stronger, start small, a number here and there. There's a well-known song playing at just the right time, a dream that makes you feel very real, but if you keep ignoring it, they are getting louder. The numbers are getting not to pay attention to the strange events start to feel almost too just right, like life is leading you, moving towards something, and that's what's going on when these synchronicities start to show up. Pay attention. Pay close attention to what's going on in what were you doing at that time in your life? Remember when you saw that number? Which choice were you about to make when that strange event took place? These are clues from Clue that you are either going in the right direction or taken to something even bigger. But the truth is that most people don't know that synchronicities aren't just signs, that they are invites the world to be more than just for fun, showing you numbers and signs. It's pushing you to do something about a pick, something that will change your life. And this is where most people get stuck. They can see the signs, see the trends, but they do. They keep living the same way, no matter what. Putting aside the fact that something amazing is happening right now, and when you don't pay attention to the signs of the chances that come with, they start to fade away. So if you're seeing strange coincidences happen, don't brush them off. More and more, lean into them and ask yourself what life is all about. I need to know, because the truth is, there is something you are being led to, bigger than you can think of. The question is, do you pay attention to 4 surprising chances? Think about this. You're going about as usual. Nothing seems to be happening, something different. And then all of a sudden, something strange happens at random. A job offer shows up in your email, even though you weren't looking for anything. You meet someone by chance and connect you with someone who could change everything. An idea comes to mind at once. A thought that is so strong that changes your life so much that you can't get the being sure that it was put in your mind. For some reason, it seems fake at first. You may believe this is not real. True, you might not want to question if you're ready. But here's what most people don't know about these moments don't happen by chance. Life is giving people chances you doors that could lead to get to the next level of your change. But here's the shocking part. Most people don't pay attention to them, though. Stuck in fear, worry, and thinking too much. Before they know it, the chance slips away. And that's the part that what makes this such a unique chance. When life gives you a great chance, don't wait. Your ticket won't be sitting around for good, ready for you to get the courage to take it when it comes up, and if you do not go through the door, it will close. Not for sure, but long enough that when you're finally ready, the moment has already passed for those who... People who do well in life don't wait for just the right time, they know the moment. When it happens, they should think about how many times have you looked at it, went back and saw that a single choice, 1 second, could have made a difference. Everything you might have been able to start something new, but you were afraid. Back, you might have met someone who could have helped you, but you didn't thank them. You might have had an idea, but you brushed it off to look at someone else carry out the same thought for months or years. In the end, this is why you have to pay attention when chances come up out of the blue. It's not luck, it's connection. It means that the world is changing things. In your favor, it indicates you are being given the chance to start a new real life, but only if you want to make the jump, so that the next time what you expect to happen, doesn't ask yourself what if a lot of times. What have I been waiting for this whole time? If this is the sign that my life is about to end, going to change, because the truth is, very well might be, and the only one that big break is between you and it. Choice you make. You have a strange drive to do the next 5 things. Something new. Have you ever woken up one day and couldn't explain the drive to do something totally different? Maybe you feel like packing your bags all of a sudden and moving to a different place, even though have no good reason to feel the way you do, feeling inspired to begin a new project, something that takes you out of your comfort zone you haven't thought about before, or you have this deep feeling out of the blue. Need to learn a new skill or something. Language is a skill that has never interested me. It's almost like you did something in the past. You feel like something is pulling you in a different direction, even though you don't fully understand why at first it might seem strange and you might brush it off. Just a quick thought about something short-term, but most people don't understand that these feelings aren't random. These are signs and messages from the guidance you get from your higher self, from the part of you that already knows what's going to happen next before you do. This is how change starts, and your spirit knows when things need to change. When something happens before your mind does, something big is going to happen to you. Start to feel drawn to things that agree with that new truth. But they don't pay attention to where it gets really bad. They don't pay attention to these thoughts because just a phase or feeling hopeful let doubt take over. Why would I begin? I don't have time to do this. Now, I have no idea if this will lead to anything, and because they think about it too much, they miss the chance to make their future bright. Self was attempting to lead them. That's what makes people those who stay stuck are the ones who grow, who make a difference in their lives. Pay attention and think about this. What if the sudden need to move isn't just a sign that your energy doesn't match up anymore where you are? What if that new project you're interested in is the key to a better future for you? I still can't picture what learning. That new skill isn't just a fun thing to do. It's a getting ready for something that will. You should change your life Having thoughts doesn't mean nothing. There are clues leading you to the next one. And this is what happens if you ignore them. Life will start pushing you to make the pain go away, will make the feeling of being stuck will get worse. You will no longer enjoy the things you used to no longer make you happy, because when your soul is ready to change or stay the same, will begin to feel too much. So if you have a strong desire to do something new, pay attention. Don't wait, because it makes sense. Don't wait for the best time to give your approval, because these urges are sounds from your future self calling you send, and the only question is, will you? Listen, 6 problems are all of a sudden everywhere you go, you work toward a goal, heading in the direction of something important, and then things start to go badly at work. The chance you were excited about doesn't come up. Through the relationship you thought was strong starts to break down the plans you carefully made. One starts to fall apart. It feels like the world is going to end tomorrow, works against you no matter what. No matter what you do, there's always something getting in the way, and this is the when most people give up. But what you need to know about this, not just by chance, there's a test right before your life changes in a big way. There will be problems and battles. Boost the universe's fate, God, whatever, someone or something doesn't want to stop you. It wants to know if you're really ready. Because it's not easy to make changes. Big steps forward can't happen without fight back, and the bigger the gift, that's coming. The bigger test you'll need to pass, have to think about it. Have you ever thought about how the worst times in life often happen right before a big moment when things start to change? Show how much you want it, will you? Will you keep going or give up the second most people find things hard? Pick the simple way out at the moment. When things start to go wrong, they take it. As a sign to give up, they tell themselves, it might not be meant to be after all. That's the reason they never get to see what was going to happen on the other side of the fight. But here's the worst of it. Tell the truth about every problem you're having right. There is a way out now, not a dead end. The world isn't stopping you, it's making you. It gets rid of things that don't serve you anymore. The lessons are being taught to you. You should know before you start your story after this one, because if everything were easy, if you succeed, be happy, and grow didn't come without a fight, you wouldn't be get ready for it. You won't like it worst of all. You wouldn't be strong enough to handle it. Think of it this way. This is something a gem isn't made of. Without pressure, gold isn't cleaned. Fire and you getting stronger. You can't be born without having to fight every delay, every failure, and every painful trouble you're having. It's not. It is not happening to you. It is happening for you. It's making you into the person you are getting ready for the big break that's coming. Next time, everything will feel like. As it falls apart. Ask yourself, what if? Things aren't going badly, but what if things are really starting to fit together? Because that's what's really going on. If you can push through the pain, if you can make it through the storm, you should know what's ready for you on. The other side is bigger than you thought. Thought of 7. You start to see the truth about people, and in some cases, something strange starts. You start to notice things that you never paid attention to before. Talks that used to seem normal now sound strange. Not real. You can tell by the small smiles, fake laughs, and half-truths. People tell you to start seeing that they had hidden goals behind what they said. There was jealousy behind their praise. I think they're being sneaky with their kindness. As if a fog had lifted, and for the first time you see people for what they are. They really aren't who they said they were. At first, this realization makes me feel bad. When you look around, you might wonder if people... Yes, it has always been this way. But you were too busy or trusting, too busy to notice before, but now you can now see everything with brutal. Making it clear which friends were only around while they were in need, the family friends who secretly didn't like your move, the relationships that were built for ease of use, not real connection. It's like getting punched in the gut. Have never been honest with you really on your side, and it's not just. When people events start to look not the same job that once felt, it feels like a trap now, not a dream. Once safe relationship now feels less safe. Habits that used to feel like a lot of work felt comfort coming on, now feel suffocating. You start to wonder about the things you didn't think about before. Why am I still here? Putting up with this? Why have I been putting these thoughts off for so long? This is the time when your mind wakes up. There's no going back once it happens. You can't take back what you've seen. Act like you can't see what's good and right in front of you, and this is where the biggest change takes place, because clarity is the first step toward changes. When you start to see, you start by telling things like they really are. Once you know what needs to change, you can do it. Being aware that the old version of you agreed to things in the new version of you just can't take it any longer. But this is what makes it interesting. This awakening is too extreme and isn't comfy. Being aware of the fact that some of the people you loved were never really for you. It warms my heart to know that about you. They told lies to get together with other people. It's too much to handle to quickly question. Everything you used to believe in is now why a lot of people are fighting it. They ignore the signs that they are dangerous. Relationships they tell themselves that they're just overthinking because they have to face the truth means making tough choices, letting go of things that don't serve. For you, it means being open to the unknown. But before you go, read this. Your old life starts to fall apart. It's not the end. It's the beginning. Making room in your life for something better. The world is getting rid of what's fake to make room for what's real. So don't try to fight it or hold on to what's already being lost, because the moment you let go, the moment you hug the truth instead of being afraid of it, that's when everything changes. You start living the life you were meant to live. You all the way through 8, you feel in some kind of peace in the middle of it looks like everything around you is in chaos. Plans are being broken and people are leaving. Them are breaking down the things you used to rely on no longer feel safe in your old life. It seems like it's going away. But you're not really scared, right? Inside, beneath all the doubt. In spite of all the battles and changes, there's a strange, unwavering feeling of peace that you can't put into words. It feels like something inside you already knows. This isn't the end is where most people start when they feel lost and scared in the chaos, needing to hold on to what they know. Things are changing, but not for you. You can't stop hearing something inside. Something is making this happen. Something big is going to happen. But you might not have proof, might not have a clear picture of what's go ahead and get it. But you don't need it because you can sense it. And that sense is yours. Just to be sure, count how many times have you been through a storm, only to find out later that it was taking you to a better place. How many? When did things have to break down? Before something bigger could fall in place. Right now is the same, the fights, the losses, and the chaos. Everything is a part of the process, is being changed to make room for something bigger, something better. But here's the thing. People who can stay calm in the storm will pass through. This is where most people fail in life. Is tough when everything turns. They were afraid and didn't know what to do. Start having doubts about themselves and the process. And worst of all, they start. As they try to get back to their old life, they want things to go back to the way. What they didn't know was that their old life is the thing that is being cleared. I'm away for a reason, but you're different because even though there was chaos, even though they don't know what's next, you have faith in. Have faith in yourself, the process, and the unseen forces that are pushing you forward. That's what makes all the difference. Because while other people are fighting, change, unwilling to face the unknown, and holding on to things that are gone, that you are getting ready, and knowing that you are taking the next step. And here's what you need to know about this piece. You don't feel random. It's not by accident. It's a sign or word from the bottom of your heart telling you that you're right where you need to be. The storm will only last for a short time, not going to last forever and soon. You believe that everything will start making this make sense, because on the other side of this chaos, a solution is just around the corner. bigger than the one you're leaving. The only question behind it is, are you? Are you ready for it as we come to an end? If you notice any of these signs, don't listen to them. Your life is changing. You're about to find something amazing. Are you ready to believe in yourself? If this video spoke to you, let us know which sign in the comments. Most with you, and don't forget to. Also, don't forget to turn on and like the channel. Get alerts so you don't miss the next strong video that might make you view for all time. Remember the universe always has something to say to you. The only question is, are you listening?